Hey everybody, Opendoor Technology has made a huge comeback from the bad earnings and also I would say bad guidance, but right now it's 10:55 a.m. Eastern and it's making a comeback. So let's look at the chart. Here we have the daily chart where Opendoor low was $5.24. I think it was lower than that pre-market, right? I think $4.77, but it has made a huge comeback from the drop. Can we continue to go higher? The resistance is going to be at 645, 650 area. Opendoor to turn green would increase the sentiment of Opendoor a lot. And I think that's the goal. If we can bring over 650 to 660 today, it can turn Opendoor green. Right now, we're down about 22 to 24 cents, only down 3%. I think pre-market we were down like 18, almost 20%, I think. So this is a nice comeback. I think we have a lot of institutions buying back, and we did have news about an offering for Opendoor Technology so they can expand and not incur more debt. So they want to do an offering for millions of shares, but we're going up right now. We're at $6.30. Can we go higher and turn green? The first resistance at 650, and the next one will be at $6.84 for Opendoor Technology. We need about 25 more cents to go green, and that's what I want to see. I like to see Opendoor turn green before the day is over with. We may not close green, but that would be even better if we did. That would definitely improve the sentiment for Opendoor Technology. Here's the hourly chart. As you can see, the low was at $4.77, and we just went up from there. This is the hourly, so we have 5 hours of pretty much green candlesticks and buying. And we want to come to this area right here. This is going to be the main resistance, 654, 656. Then the next one at 688, 687 area. But we're seeing a lot of sales on the time and sales chart over here. And every time we see a big sell or a big sell block, it gets eaten up by more buys. Like you'll see a 630 sell, and then you'll see 631 buy. So that's going to be good news for Opendoor Technology right there. And the 15-minute chart looks decent. It's going up. Has some consolidating right here in this area. And we are now with a green candlestick next to that consolidation going higher. So this looks good for more of an uptrend if the buying keeps coming in. 641. So the big thing I see for Opendoor Technology is that how the market is kind of red, right? A lot of the stocks today are red, very red. The tech industry, the AI, we're seeing a lot of red. All in this left column over here, lots and lots of red. But Opendoor is holding its own. We do have three green charts over here, which is Costco, Apple, and Netflix, which are green. But Netflix is starting to turn back down again to the red. So we'll see what happens there. But Microsoft, Amazon, Qualcomm, the Q's ETF, Circle, Meta, everything is heavy red. And we have Opendoor staying steady. That's going to be key. And that's how you know when institutions are buying in and you have some retail also buying in together. When the whole market is failing, going down, but we have one stock, Opendoor, it keeps moving up. It keeps moving up. And if you bought pre-market at $4.77 and now it's at $6.31, you made a big gain just from playing the day trade or the swing trade. And as you can see, the times and sells, I was saying that we saw some big sell blocks at 629 and 630, and now we're at 631. So these sales are being eaten up by somebody, some institution, are buying these shares as Opendoor sells. 8,000 share sell right here at 630, and then you have a 631 again. So it's holding pretty good. Opendoor is holding pretty good when the market is failing. Now, I will say this. If the market goes up a lot, if the Qs, the SPY, all the other tech and AI starts to move up, you definitely can see Opendoor hit that 650 or even higher. We just need some more momentum, some higher sentiment in the market to make it go higher. But for it to go up while the market is going down, that's pretty huge. So we do have support here at the 610 area. 610 is going to be a support, and resistance right now, I would say 640. But the main resistance is going to be at 650. Right now, we're trading right on the moving average, right on the moving average. We're at 625, 627, trading right on it. We're trading right on it. So that's good news also. We're above the moving average, and we just keep moving up. I would like to see Opendoor go back to this area right here for positivity. I would like to see Opendoor trade at the mid $6 area, 650. If it can trade anywhere between 650 and $7, and then we start to have green days next week, that's gonna be bullish. That's gonna be bullish. You have to remember that the CEO only gets his huge pay package if this stock goes to $33 per share. And I think he has 5 years to do it. I may be wrong, but I think he has 5 years to make Opendoor go to $33 per share. And if you think the CEO is going to let Opendoor go to $6, $4, $3, you got to be mistaken on that. You got to be mistaken because I don't see that happening. I just don't see Opendoor selling at around $4, $5, $6, $2, $3 when he has huge incentives for this stock to go much, much higher. I'll say what I've always been saying. I'm bullish on this stock for the long run. The short run, it's a slowly but surely kind of stock. The earnings weren't that great. The guidance was so-so. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. I was hoping for a better guidance, but I guess he had to tell the truth, right? That the economy is kind of slowing down a little bit. The job market isn't the greatest, but we have this shutdown lingering. When the shutdown opens up, maybe the stock market and Opendoor can all go back up again. As you can see, the 631s are hitting the tape. Nice green buy block right there. So we're trading between 628 to 631, it seems like. But we have more momentum on the buy side at the moment for Opendoor. Right now it's about 11, so the market may slow down a little bit, and they may kick back into high gear around maybe 1 or 2. So maybe in the next 2 hours to 2 hours and a half, maybe we can see Opendoor make a nice move, possibly to the 650. And if it does hit the 650, 660 area, we will see a green open. And that's going to increase the sentiment for Opendoor Technology for maybe people to start get back in. Maybe investors will start to go back in if we see Opendoor turn green. I know a lot of retail may want to get back in if they see it green. There we go, $6.34. That's huge. That's what I was saying. Even though we were seeing a lot of selling going on with Opendoor, 628, 629, 630, sell blocks going through, but we were seeing green buys at the high end of that price. So people are selling around 628, 629, but you would get a nice green buy right here at the ask at 631. And then you have 632, 634 just hit. But we're going back and forth. There's another sell block right here, a big one that just went through. Then it's at 629. And then you have a buy block at 631, 632, 633. So those are indicators that this stock right now is on a bullish run. It's on a bullish run, 634 right there. It's sad that Opendoor went down so much, all the way down to the $4 or $5 area. But hopefully that everything that's been going on with Opendoor Technology, the earnings, the guidance, the offering, hopefully it's all priced in now. If it's all priced in, then we could actually see an uptrend here if everything is priced in. We don't know for sure. I'm never hyping a stock. I never pump or hype a stock to go higher. I'm just telling how it is. So if it's priced in, we could see an uptrend here with Opendoor Technology. It could be kind of scary to short or buy puts for Opendoor Technology at this low price. If no one's shorting it, then we could see some uptrend for Opendoor, maybe to the 650, the high $6 or the low $7 area. Because a lot of times people are not going to buy puts or shorts on a stock that has went down so much in such a short time. Just like the opposite. If a stock goes up so much, you want to be worried of buying calls when it's up so much. Like when Opendoor went to $10, it wouldn't be a great decision to buy calls at the $10 when Opendoor is at 10. People bought shorts. So now it's the opposite, kind of reverse. It went down to $4.77, so people are going to be less likely to short Opendoor. So that means we could possibly see an uptrend for Opendoor Technology. And I have the resistance here at 640. I like to see it break the blue line right here at 640. I like to see that break. That's the goal in my opinion. And then it'll look good for next week to go much higher. But we have to see. I'm just reading the chart as I see it. What happens with the shutdown and other economic data could hinder Opendoor to uptrend more next week. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So let's keep this up. Take care, everybody. Subscribe, like, and comment.